What's up, people?
How are you
Hey,
guys doing today?
I'm not doing great. How are you doing?
No, Sid. Okay, let's. Okay, I had a whole rant planned as well, so I was gonna be. So then, let me just do my rant while you get back to life. So then, I was gonna be like, it was the Egyptian king versus the Egyptian prince, but there was only one pharaoh of Egypt, and his name was Mo Salifa, the Sky Dragon, as Liverpool go 11 points ahead in the league. There is no I in team, Sid. Do you know this? But there
But
is
there
an
is an
I
M.
in.
But there is an M, bruh. There's an M, and that the M stands for the right person and the only person. You know, it stands for Mohammed Salah.
I know.
Today I had a conversation. I'm sorry, actually, fuck this. I had a conversation today. I'm actually so
Yes.
angry, bro. I had a conversation
Yes. Yes.
today with a Liverpool supporter.
Okay.
Like, and you know what the Liverpool supporter does? He turns to me and he looks at me and he's like, you know what about I just have this thought about Arsenal, and I was like, well, what's your thought about Arsenal? They shit. They just shit. And I
No,
was like,
no,
wait.
no.
I was like, wait. Hold on a second. So you're calling the second team in the league shit? And he's like, yeah, they're the first team that's shit. And I was like, so you think that Liverpool are a great team because we're talking about
No.
teams here. We're talking about a
Yeah.
team, not
Yeah.
about one person. We're talking about a team, and he's
Mm-hmm.
like, "Yo, Liverpool are a great team." So and then I turned to him and I said, "You know, without Salah, the man who you guys don't want to renew, the contract you don't want to renew, you guys would be sitting where Man City are sitting because half the time that you guys have had no clue about scoring a goal. There is one man and only one man that either assists to set up the goal, or there's only one man and who knows how to put the ball in the back of the net. So now you're coming to me and you're calling Arsenal a shit team. Ha, forget you. Forget you. Do you know why
Is
I
that not?
forget you? Do you know why I
Can
forget
I
you?
tell? Why
Ah,
forget you? No,
bruh.
can I tell you? Yep.
No, bruh, because at the end of the day, Arsenal have different goal scorers. We have a better defense. We know what clean sheets look like. Liverpool, they don't know what a clean sheet looks like. The only time they know what a clean sheet looks like is when they're playing a B grade Man City side or some random chacharach from the halfway down the table. But because they've drawn games this season, no. And they don't have injuries to worry about. Just that one or two. And it's not my fault they bought Darwin Nunez as their prime out and out number 9, thinking this man was going to change their lives because at Benfica this man was scoring goals against them. The reason he was scoring goals against them was the fact that they don't have a defense.
Let's go! Let's go, Sid. Let's go. We're here for you. No, can I tell you? You are so right. Because then I read an interesting stat after this past weekend where Mo decided to be Mo Salah. That if you counted all of Mo Salah's points away from home, he is the second top goal scorer in fantasy behind Mo Salah. Like, like just his away fixtures, Mo Salah is the second best player. So it's Mo Salah, then it's Mo Salah away from home, then it's Cole Palmer. Like that's the extent of how it is a one-man bandwagon. It's like he is. So you're perfectly right. When does Mo Salah play every game in a season? Like he always does have like a young, like like a young 2 month injury in Yana. But this season they are getting by on Mo and Mo alone. And when next season, if I don't renew him, you're telling me Luis Diaz and the boys are gonna do something.
No,
To-
wait. They even get these men get this Liverpool. Another Liverpool fan today gave me the hot take that they're buying Isaac. They're buying Isaac because that's going to be the yes. They decided they're gonna get Isaac. These men who've not bought a player in 3 transfer windows have decided, you know what? I'm buying Isaac.
wait, Sid, do these people know that Newcastle, that the reason why Newcastle haven't signed anyone in two transfer windows is because they wanted to keep the players that they have now. Like, because they had to sell players. So then they've sold players, but then now they don't have to anymore. So now they're financially secure. So that means that now, unless you're going to pay 120 million,
No,
that's the
no.
thing.
Did you see the people? Some people are quoting 200 million for a transfer for Isaac this summer.
Okay, okay, let's be real. Let's go one thing. Let's, you know, like I'm, I have Isaac. That's what I was gonna say. That was the second part of my rant. There's no I in team, but there is an Isaac. But there is an Isaac, and there is an essential, and Isaac is an essential asset. So I will say that he is essential, but he's not like 120. Like, let's be serious now. Now, like, I do think that he is, as a complete striker, the best striker in the league. Like, I think Holland's the best finisher. Like, but if you don't give Holland the ball in the box, he he's just a good looking guy running around the field. That's all he's doing. That's all
Hey,
he's
bro,
doing.
running is a very loose and fast word with Haaland, bro.
That's what,
Around the field, him running. Bro, that man only
I
runs
said.
from one place to another, and that's in the box.
No, I'm just saying that's where he's around. He is around that form. But hey, Sid, it was a rough game week. Let's just go through for the young people our past game week before we decide what we're doing this game week. So Sid, do you wanna let us go through the buffoonery that you did last game week? That's my thing. Cause Sid made some confusing decisions here. Um is that you being summoned?
No, no.
Okay. So do you want to go through your teams just so that people know what happened? What happened and how are you
So,
gonna bring about change?
no, I had a pretty decent week. I got 114 points. What are you talking about?
Okay, that's me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hold on. Woo, woo,
I got
woo.
114 points. I had
No,
Pickford
no, no,
and
no.
goals. I
No, no,
had
no, 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 no.
Trent.
I know you don't have Pickford and goals. Let's
I
not
had
do
Trent.
this today.
I had
No,
Trent at 6
no.
points. I had
Ah,
Minos
no,
with
no.
I
You
had
had
Minos
double
with
Arsenal
13.
defense.
I
Ah,
had
ah, let's
Gabriel with
ah,
2. I had
ah.
Mitoma with 8. I had Palmer with 2. I had Mbuemo with 14. Salah with 28. Rogers with 2. Wood with 5. Isaac with 13. And I chose Glasner as my as my manager. So, and I got a nice 20-point haul from Glasner. I got 6 points from Mike Nuri in the bench, and Robinson also with the nice 1 pointer. The rest, I shame. That's my team. I got 114 points. What'd you get, Tibbs?
So now that Sid is lying to you, because I nearly doubled his points, so that's why he's being this mad. But I got 114,
Why are
and
you
then
lying?
you went to
Why are you lying? I went first, and I told you what my team looks like. Now
yeah,
you
yeah,
have to
yeah.
tell me what your team looks like. What are you
I
lying
know,
about?
right? I'm not lying about anything
You
because
lying.
I know I'm not lying because I know that I was the only one here fighting for Olivier Glesner. I was here, you were out there. Oh no, Tibbs, I wouldn't take that chance, and I'm like, I am a risk taker. This is the Tibbs year to rise, and I told Crystal Palace to rise, and what did they do? They, like
And
Jesus
this
Christ,
sounds this sounds
risen.
like this
They
sounds like
risen.
a really good movie, but you've just copied the movie from me.
Yeah, that's it. You see, this is how you know your life is over, Sid. When you actually want to be Tibbs in fantasy. That's when you know. Like, how low would you sink to think like Tibbs is the one I need to copy? I am disappointed in yourself for such blasphemy. But
I'm
yeah,
not
that was my
I'm
team.
not being blasphemous. That was my team. I don't know what your team
Yeah.
looked like, but you
No, no.
definitely did better. So you should tell the people what you did.
Okay, I'll go through my team because I'm a fool, right? So let me go through my team. All the other team that was around. So wait, where is this team now?
Oh, Tiz, why do you not have your team?
There we go. There we go. So, our my team actually did okay because I beat the average. So I got 69. You know, I love a summer of 69. So then my double Arsenal defense, which I've clearly had this whole season, clearly never came through for me. But I finally have with a 2-2 from Raya. Trent finally got a clean sheet. Muniz finally decided to start him because I've been benching his points this whole time. Then Rogers, and then the guy that I always said I was going to bring in, Ethan Ranieri, got me 2 points. Palmer got me two. We have to have serious discussions about Palmer. Salah, 14. Because, you know what? I thought to myself, why would I captain Salah in such an important fixture? You know what I said? It's going to be tough. Man City just considered 3 goals against Kylian Mbappe. Mo Salah is nothing like Kylian Mbappe, so I am not going to captain him. Isaac, finally, 13. I have had Raul this entire time, so he got me 2 points. But then the man, the myth, the legend, the man that I always trusted in, Christopher Allen Wood, I decided to give him the armband just to prove how much I trust him. And they scored 3 goals. He just only got an assist. So it wasn't bad logic. Where Liverpool scored two, Salah got 14, Nottingham Forest scored three, Wood got five. So the logic was there. I saw the logic of Nottingham Forest are going to score more goals than Liverpool, but I just never knew that this is a one-man team, and this always like I am leaving here. I am leaving Liverpool with a title in front of fans. I don't give a fuck about you guys. That's what Mo Salah said, and that's what Mo Salah is delivering this game week.
Oh, interesting. That's a very interesting take on your
Yeah,
team, bro.
yeah, that
You
is
shouldn't
very
be so
interesting.
harsh on yourself.
No, you know, the logic was there. It's just life. You know, well, how can I expect like life to happen like that? I can't expect that. Like Liverpool literally had 2 shots on target. Whoop, goal. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, you know, it is what it is. But it's rough out here, man. So then for this game, because the deadline's in 30 minutes, and there are two main questions everyone's asking, which is captaincy and what transfers to make to try to rectify that great week you had, actually.
Uh, um, look, I've got in my team. I've got about. Hold on. I've got about 3 million in the bank for my
Yeah,
team.
okay.
So it's probably an upgrade to Ahmad because I still have Ahmad. I'm probably
Okay.
gonna give an upgrade to Ahmad and just fix that situation there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Probably replacing him with Embuemo, to be honest. Maybe an Embuemo. Wait,
Can I give you a young advice?
yeah, give me some
Wait. I'm
advice.
at yeah.
I I was
If
gonna
I
say
yeah.
Embuemo or probably. Okay, no, you give me the advice.
Alrighty. So like I already made my transfers. Like I said, I had to make them on Friday because I was gonna get priced out. So now I have 0.0 in my bank. So I had to make my transfers on Friday. So life is my transfers already done. Um, if I had sufficient funds, I would look at a young Jared Bowen. I'm like, I saw him score against Arsenal. He's now up against Leicester City. He's playing up top. Graham Potter's clearly got the elder wand and he is waving that thing around. I'm like, hey now. I'm like, so I would look at Bowen. He has a good fixture in 29. He's playing Leicester City now. Um,
Yeah, but
uh,
Embuemo has an
and
even
then
better
Paqueta
fixture.
in
Embuemo
29.
have a better has a better fixture in 29.
Yeah. I know. I'm just saying there's you can sometimes you have to go for that 1 week punt. You know what I said of? Like I said with my Matoma, my 1 week punt, my Glasner, my 1 week punts. Like because everyone's having the same. Everyone has Isaac and Wood now. Like if you don't have Isaac and Wood, you've been playing games with yourself. So everyone has Isaac and Wood. Everyone has Salah and Palmer, and then everyone has like well, not everyone has Muniz because some people got rid of him, but everyone has that sort of template spine of a team. So you're always going to be within the points with that way. It's all of the peripherals, your Bournemouth players. I'm starting out Nori this game week, so those are the ways to like make money. So I will make points because everyone has the same spine. So well, I have a Buemo already, so I can't be like I don't want a Buemo because I have him. But if I wanted somebody else, it would have been Bowen. Like if I had more transfers, I probably would have taken out Trent to get Bowen. If I had like a slew of transfers, because I think that Trent only has 2 games, obviously, while Bowen will have 3 up until gaming 29, and they're the same-ish price. So if I had more transfers, I would transfer out Trent for Bowen and then get a cheapy defender or something because I already have defenders, so defenders are fine. So that's what I would do. I would advise. So Bowen would be my pick, but in Buemo, I'm happy. And then since Paqueta is injured, Bowen is probably on penalties, so there's options.
Yeah, I back the Bowen option. It's just that I think it's very dependent on what West Ham start doing. And like I think yeah, he scored against Arsenal, but like I just don't see the longevity of Bowen.
Well, don't you plan on wildcarding game week 30 or 31? So like you only just need him for these one couple
Yeah,
weeks. You know what
so
I'm
that's
saying?
the thing. That's what I'm saying. So there's Leicester and then there's Newcastle and Everton.
Mm.
So
Well,
Newcastle
Everton clearly you got clearly Everton want to concede, bro. Even Man United had a free for all that side, bro. So they clearly love conceding. So I'm just out here,
so then in
you
that
know.
case I'd rather go for the Mbuemo shout because Mbuemo this week in the next 3 game weeks. Oh, but he does play Villa. So
Hey,
hey,
these
I
are
actually,
just
you know what?
my
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not making a transfer.
no, Sid, no.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not making a transfer.
Why aren't you making it? Okay, I'll tell you my transfer then. I'll tell you my transfers.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not making a transfer? Just go check what AI would advise you to do. Actually, that's the one thing that you should do. But like going through my transfers. So yeah, I was faced with a conundrum. Um, After even though I had a banging game week, uh, I was faced with a conundrum of I had Ndai, and
Yeah.
he was obviously injured, and I had Rogers, who has been nothing if anything poor this entire time I've had Rogers. So I had to try and get rid of that, and the only people I wanted was who's again scored again. And to get Cunha, I had to move at that moment. Otherwise, I'd be priced out because she was going up. So I sold Ndai and Rogers, and I brought in Ndai and I brought in Cunha and Atara. Yeah. So those are the 2 changes I made. My team looks stronger, and now that my team is where it is, I can now roll up until gaming 29 because now I have a benching issues, and I'm like, I was gonna bench boost, but then I'm like, I can't
Uh,
ride my luck that much, you know. I can't ride my luck that much, so I'm
yeah.
like, I'm taking all these risky.
I don't back a bench boost.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
game week.
yeah. I just have a benching issue. That's my only issue. I just have a benching problem. I'm just watching Muniz just banging that goal. I'm like, that's my hero there. Muniz is another one of my heroes. Him and Wood, I'm loving them. I'm loving angels instead. So those are
Hey,
my two trans. Yeah.
AI is telling me to sell Rogers for Nkunku and Ahmed for Dango.
Okay, so it also went for Dango. Okay, but then Kunku shouts. It's just not like I get it, right? Because Chelsea is they have Southampton and Leicester the next two games, but no, I like. I'm thinking of captaining Palmer this game week, but
Yeah.
every red arrow I've ever gotten in this game, like since I've been on this transcendent, like rise up, like this was a beautiful game week where for me I finally like I wish the game week ended like today. If the game week ended today, I would have ended on 97K, and I'm like, you know what? I'm okay. I'm done now. Life is good. Because it only can go downhill from here. That's my issue. It
It
can
can
only
still
go
go uphill.
downhill. No, no, Sid, I know Tibbs. That's the thing. I know Tibbs gonna fly too close to the sun because now his Glasner punt worked out. Now his Matoma punt worked out. Then I'm like, hey, let me bench boost. Like I'm getting too things are going too right for Tibbs. So so
You gotta trust your gut, bruh.
but
You gotta trust your
I
gut.
know I am where I'm like that's why I am bringing in Paul. That's why I'm thinking of captaining Palmer because I'm like, my gut is, you know what? He's the second best player in fantasy, playing the worst team in the league, and he's at home, and he's on penalties. Even
Yeah.
though Chelsea has done nothing to restore that faith in me, the one thing we did say at the start of the season is Palmer against a weak team, he knows how to frustrify them. So
That
now
is
he needs to
true.
frustrify them. Newcastle's a good team, so Newcastle's a good team, so it doesn't guarantee Liverpool are gonna, run through them. So that's my linking to Palmer, but Palmer's the only person in Chelsea we would trust, which is what they've said the entire season. Is so no one's thought of Nkunku and Jackson and Neto's and Sancho's. So your AI must not do Nkunku unless it's on something that I don't know. But for me,
No, I
it's
don't. I don't back in Kunku. That's for sure. Don't back in Kunku. Like,
yeah, that,
if the only Chelsea player I want is Palmer, and then the rest of them can go sleep because I I don't see anything great. I'm just looking at my team from a perspective of like the reason why I'm like hesitant to make a transfer right now is because I don't think I really want Trent. I don't want to bench Trent um, for the like that game week 29 because they will blank and I don't want to have all that money in the bench and then like realistically what's so Trent's price right now is 7.4 million and if I sell him I get 7.2, so I'm only losing 0.2 million on him. I don't want to get rid of Salah, like the for 100% sure I don't want to get rid of Salah for the in terms of the blank game week, so I have to bench Salah and I will have to bench as well Isaac because I'm not getting rid of Isaac either because there's good games coming up for him. He's got West Ham on 28 and he's got Brentford on 30. So there's no ways I'm gonna like sell Isaac or I don't know why there's balloons, but um, there's no ways I'm gonna sell either of these two players. But I do have a problem then with having enough players to play a game week because there's Rogers who blanks, but anyway he's injured, so he has to leave the team. Ahmed is injured as well; he has to leave the team. Then I've got Munoz as a defender, who also blanks in 30. So
yeah.
there's three players that I kind of have to get rid of, because in totality, I have hold on, one, two, four, five. Yeah, I have five players who will not play in game week 30.
Yeah, okay.
So I need to basically dead end this team at game week 30 till game week 30, but vibe at least have a team that will vibe on game week 30 to wildcard 31 or 32. You know what I mean? To basically reset the whole
No, no.
team.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
looking at that, now I'm looking at this perspective of if I do get if I do make a transfer now in 27, then I have to wait 28 and kind of I can't get rid of Trent and use that money at the same time for Trent if I don't roll the transfer. Do you get what I
I
mean?
get what you're saying. Yeah,
So
yeah.
and I will need to realistically the midfield is where I'm gonna have to put a midfield. I'm gonna need at least defense wise. I could probably get away with. I can maybe get away with not really having a strong defense for that 29 because I do have Gabriel, I have Mikalenko, and I do have Lewis. Mikalenko plays in 29. He plays West Ham, so it's not a bad fixture for Mikalenko in 29. I have Lewis. Lewis they play Brighton in 29. So again, not the greatest fixture, but it's still a playing player at this point. A player that will most likely play. Um, and then I have Gabriel and I have Raya. So my defense is decently solid enough to carry me through that 29 period before I wildcard. It's the midfield that will become a serious problem because without Rogers, without Salah playing that game week, all I have to really rely on as firepower of scoring points would be Waneri and Palmer.
Yeah,
And
that's a and they're playing each other.
exactly. So it's not a it's and then in terms of up front, I'll have Jimenez and I'll have Chris Wood. Chris Wood has a great fixture in 29, which is Ipswich. So he
Yeah,
might be the captaincy choice for 29. But
yeah, yeah,
then Fulham play Tottenham on 29. So I don't know how well Jimenez will play against Tottenham because also it's a different story. So all of that information that I've just said leads me to go, well, actually, maybe I can still survive this game week without transferring in a player because I'll probably play like a Wanieri, Palmer, Salah, Isaac, Raul, Wood, Gabriel, Munoz, Trent, and Mikalenko playing four at the back, essentially, and then Raya, and I can survive that. That'll be like a 4-3-3 essentially, and it won't be a problem. It's the 28. So then at 28, I'll have the capability of going, okay, cool. Let's rather go for what's it? Let's rather go for a player that let's rather go for a player that kind of gives you not, rather go for transferring out Trent in 28, 29, and maybe looking at other options like big hitter options from within the teams that are playing in 28, 29, or in 29, yeah, 28, 29, and then be like, okay, cool, I have the money there to go for even like a Haaland because a Haaland for 29 is not a bad option as a just as a shout, and that also can be a young tryout for whether or not I actually want this man in my wildcard team.
no, like that makes sense. Like I took out my transfer just because because of Rogers also not playing 29. So that now I'm also from now gonna roll. Because same as you for gaming 29, I know that my bench is gonna be Isaac and Salah because I each have zero point 0.5 in them. So if I sell
Yeah,
them and try to buy them back, it's gonna be a million that I just don't have. And I'm gonna want them in my wild card, so I'm not gonna sell them. And I'm also going to keep Muniz because even though I don't have that much money tied up in them, I only have zero point 0.1.
yeah,
They play Ipswich. They play Ipswich game week 30.
yeah,
So I want him for the Ipswich game. So
exactly.
that's why those three are on the bench for me for my while in game week 29. So I have to now get rid of Salah because I'm not Salah Trent, sorry,
Yeah,
because
and
Trent's my only player that that's because I got rid of Rogers. Trent's my only player that I need to get rid of. So now I can build up transfers for that now because now I've gotten rid of all of you motherfuckers. So now I've got rid of everybody. Trent's the only problem, and I'm only keeping Trent because they play Southampton in Game Week 28.
Yeah.
So I can now build up transfers and I can maybe do something bold with my extra transfer for Game Week 29, where I can take out Trent and maybe also Palmer. You know, maybe I might do something dangerous. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
So, but that's why I say like it's a
mm,
I like the aspect of basically going for like trying to just wait out this week because the other option is to just transfer Trent out, transfer Rogers out, and then transfer Rogers out this week, and then kind of wait because I have enough money to go to like an Embuemo, which an Embuemo is like again, Embuemo is a good player to have for the next 3 weeks. I think he's overall a very decent player to have, considering I will be light on the attacking force throughout the. Also, bro, can you come into shot? You're not into shot.
oh, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. So Embuemo is a good option to have for like if I just quickly go here, go. And Bremer is a good option to have because it's Everton, Villa, and Bournemouth for the next 3 weeks, which they're all they're all at home,
Yeah,
all three, and they have the best fix. Not I don't know if Bournemouth is at home. Actually, I might be lying about Bournemouth being home, but yeah. Like anyways, Everton, Villa are at home. He's playing them at home, so I just see no Bournemouth is away, but I just see that's a perfect 3 game stretch to have him because I don't know if he's a good enough option to keep for 30, 31, 32 because he's playing Newcastle, Chelsea, Arsenal. So, which it leads into a perfect time to even wildcard him if I feel like it's not a great time to have him. Perfect time to go
yeah,
from him to someone else and wildcard him straight out. So that is the other option. It's just going Rogers to Mbuemo and then in 29 like on 29 basically transfer out Trent and think I need to bank 2 transfers. So this week it's either this week transfer one person or next week and then wait 2 weeks or this week roll the transfer and then transfer 28 and 29. Now the fact that like you are right that Trent does play Southampton, which can't like they don't know what a clean sheet looks like. So like and they also don't know what a goal looks like. So, and he has a good chance of scoring high in that game. So it does make me go like, actually, that might be the better option. So it might be you might have just convinced me to just go straight to Mbuemo now, and then
yep.
and then
Back
that
the
also
next one. Yeah.
and then also then like at 29 I can bring Bowen in for that favorable game against Everton because
Yeah, I think that's a better option. I think that's a better option. To be fair, yeah, because then I'm like, I know now that yeah, like I use my transfers now. Then I'm gonna bank my transfer next week for Trent. Then in game week 29, it's gonna be Trent out, and then I have one extra free transfer to say. Because if Palmer doesn't Palmer in these 2 game weeks, I'm not bringing up. Like because I'm not gonna. You would confirm that when I wild card, I'm not gonna use him. Like he's gonna confirm that on my wild card I am getting rid of Palmer. So I might as well get rid of him in game week 29 and hope because they play Arsenal, which is the toughest fixture that's more game week. And I'll go for someone else. I'll go. Hey, I don't like this. Nah, nah, nah. That's the toughest fixture. So that's I'm genuinely Palmer. Literally, I know we're not doing our trust, believe, whatever, but Palmer, I don't even think I believe in you anymore, my guy. You're just here because you know what? I'm going away with my like the tickets are just booked already. Like we booked our family vacation 6 months early. Your your ticket is still here, so I guess you have to come on the trip. But as soon as the trip is over, ah, we are breaking up. We are breaking up. It should have. So that's I don't think unless Palmer scores at least two double digit returns, I don't see the value in having Palmer when there is Mbuemos out there. You know what I said? When there is Bowens out there, matching his points, but getting like at least 5 million cheaper.
Yeah, and I back that. That's why. So, yeah, I've already made my transfer. By the way,
Ah, that's good. So you bought in Mbuemo.
yeah, I bought in Mbuemo for Rogers.
Okay, and captaincy, like, because now this time you have to be serious now. But let me
Oh
just
no, I've
confirm
done,
my
I've
captain.
done, I've done.
Okay, so
I've
just
done.
with 7 minutes left,
I've captain Palmer.
same. I won't lie to you.
I've captain Palmer. Like I was just like, fuck it. Like there's a high upside here. This is a very high
Yeah.
upside. Like Salah, Salah could definitely. He's definitely gonna score or assist in this Newcastle game. Uh,
Yeah.
does it
So
happen? Does Palmer have the ability to do better? Liverpool, Isaac. I'm not gonna bet on Isaac versus Salah. It's just basically Isaac versus Salah who scores more goals in a game, and I don't know what's gonna happen. So yeah, I go with yeah. So that's why I went with the captaincy on Palmer.
okay, so just go through your team one more time. 5 minutes until the deadline. So do you want to go through your team
So
for the?
my team is Raya, Gabriel, Munoz, Trent, Mbuemo, Wanieri, Salah, Palmer, Wood, Isaac, Raul. And captaincy on
Okay.
Palmer and vice captaincy on Salah.
Okay, yeah. So my team is I'm really not believing in your Arsenal team anymore. So I have Sells in goal. I have Trent, Altnori, Muniz, Palmer captain, Embuemo, Salah, Matoma, Wood, Isaac, Cunha. And then my bench is Pickford, Dango, Robinson, and Gabriel. So that's why I wanted to free. That's how I thought of bench boosting, where I'm like, oh, my bench is looking tasty. But
So I have a hot take for you.
yeah.
Arsenal don't lose a game for the rest of the season.
Oh my gosh. Oh, because
Arsenal,
now you have no pressure. 'Cause now you have no pressure.
Arsenal,
You know?
Arsenal
So
don't
now
lose
you
a
can be
game.
like,
Arsenal don't lose a game for the rest of the season.
let's go. I technically am betting. Like, I am thinking of not starting Wood, like, to be honest. But he hasn't done anything like because now this is how I'm doing fantasy right now, even though it's only like 3 minutes left. Is now players have to earn their spot on my team. There's no history, nothing. Wood has actually earned a spot on my team. All of these other motherfuckers haven't. So that is why, even though there's logistics and logic, now Futsek, now to make Tibbs go to the promised land, you are earning your spot on the team. And then I'm also captaining Palmer because Southampton have conceded 61 goals in 26 games. That means that they're conceding nearly 2.2 goals a game.
Yeah.
So that means Palmer, help me one more time. Help me. Palmer, help me. So that's why I'm going for that's the main reason why I'm also going for Palmer because it's Southampton get anybody in, fam. They're like the hook on the side of the street, bro. Like just come in with a fiver and you're in. So just be great. That's why.
Also, okay,
Okay.
we're gonna have to
Yeah.
end the stream, otherwise electricity is gonna cut off.
Yeah, so guys, thank you again for listening to our stream. Good luck for this game, Mick. Let's drive to keep Tips in the top 100K. That's the new drive. We're here now. Let's stay here. Thank you guys for listening to this episode. My name is Tips from the FPL Diamond Dogs. And
I'm Sid. Cheers, Orange Apple. I know you're back, but this is a very quick stream. So cheers.
Cheers. Tips is back. Just know that. Tips is back.
Okay.
Well, let's